invite Kamal, who will also make things lively for us.
Very good afternoon. I'm here to talk about cutting edge technology in hard cataracts. So I'll refrain from moving on to techniques, styles, burrows, chops. I'll be talking about the technology which is coming down. Can I have the presentation, please? Yeah. High-end machines, cavitronics, pulses, ice, all that stuff. Expensive. And I myself am a die-hard Venturi user. I have most of the machines in my armory, in my centers. I found this lovely small machine and I started using it. And over time, I started liking what it does for me. So I'm going to tell you what technology can do for us. Now, technology has become cheaper. It's become compact. You don't need big, expensive machines. So I am, people who know me, I tinker with technology. I play with software. So I tried a lot of things with this new technology. The space is amazing. Huge space for us to work. Cutting edge technology in hard cataract. First advantage, no cassettes. IA tubings are reusable. A country like India, the company may say 10 reuses. I've been using them for 6 months, no issues. I see a few nodding heads in the audience. I think they probably agree with me. Precise, pristine vacuum control. I always used to believe that, you know, the best vacuum which I can get is on a Venturi machine. I have more than 9 Venturi machines in my center. And I was always refraining from moving on to peristaltic bandwagon, but of late I've started using peristaltic machines. The pinch wheels are more in number, so more pinch wheels give you a faster response time, a better rise time, and a good control on the compliance of the tubing. Cassette, transducer, sensor systems, I will not get into it. So what you can actually do is get a very, very fast rise time with fast moving pinch wheels and a good compliance tubing. The companies may tell us back here in India that the tubing loses its compliance with autoclaves, but these tubings, they don't. I can see a few company people standing here, they might not like me for saying that, but you can reuse these tubes for a far more number of times than they officially say that you can. Efficiency of lens emulsification. You see, there are 2 places where you need the fluidics of a machine. One is when you're dealing with a very, very soft cataract. You need a good compliance. Cutting doesn't matter. Number 2 is you're dealing with a subluxated cataract. You're dealing with a nucleus which is about to sink. You're dealing with a nucleus which is got a phacodonosis. These are the places where you need a good fluidics. And when you need good dynamics of the cutting, you need cataracts which are hard. So here is one machine, comes in a small package. I called it the new kid on the block. You have burst mode. You can play around with the pulse modes. I'll just show you some videos which will make you understand. You can actually play on with the pulse on time. At times when I finish my operation theater, I tinker with this, I set new settings, next day I try it with that. And over time, I've actually got my surgical speed as fast or probably faster than I do on my Venturi top-end machine. So that's big advantage because it gives you so much of playing space within the software. It's very, very easy user software. You can actually set the pulses you want, the on time, the off time, the pulse rise time, the linearity of the pulse. If you understand phaco, if you understand technology, I think this is a machine where you can actually let your horses go wild. APS plus mode is something we will share. What it does is, suppose you have an occlusion and the occlusion suddenly breaks. The pinch wheel stops, the flow stops, the vacuum stops, the phaco stops. And you can decide how long it stops. You want it to stop for 0.02 seconds, 0.08 seconds. Depending on your proficiency or your caliber of surgery. You want to be a very fast surgeon, you can take it down to 0.011 second. So it always gives you a breathing time. So if I'm setting the machine for my beginner surgeons, I can play with the APS plus mode. We'll see what it does. Video. It's not working. Yeah. Okay, now let's see here what it does for us is, what we can do with this machine is that whenever the phaco tip is occluded, we all know in a peristaltic machine, occlusion is the prerequisite for you to develop vacuum. So when you develop a vacuum, and suppose you're working on a high vacuum, you're working in a very hard cataract, you have a very high phaco coming into the eye, you have very high vacuum, and the occlusion breaks. What this thing does for us is, this is what it does. You go on small pulses, the moment you start getting an occlusion, the pulses will start going up. This denotes the pinch wheel. This actually denotes the pinch wheel which is working. The moment occlusion breaks, everything stops. How long it stops, you can decide. If you want to take your time and build vacuum again, build the rise time again, you can slow it down. So as the piece is being taken in, the pulses also change. The pulses change and keep rotating the nucleus so that you don't burrow through. So it keeps rotating the nucleus for you to emulsify, and the pinch wheel keeps stopping. I think I'll go to the next slide. My mouse is not working. Yeah. The next is the VIS mode, the variable interval and stroke mode. Now this is very interesting again. Can you play this for me? My mouse is not working. It's not working. There's no light here. Did they get it? No, it's not working. It's not working.
Play, please.
You play from there. My mouse is not working. Yeah, okay. Now this is the recording of, it's not playing. I just got my hands on a video overlay. Please excuse the quality of the video because this video overlay records in a VGA which is 470 by 720 pixels and the frame rate is less than 25, so this is not going to be very clear. But what I want to show the audience, I can't even fast forward from here.
You can, yeah, you can.
No, it's not working. My mouse is not working. Okay, anyway, what I can tell you is I can actually demonstrate it on the graph how your vacuum is building up, how the pulses change, how the FECO power automatically goes up. Play it. Why is not my mouse not working? No, मेरा नहीं है, वो चला रहा है. Foreign hand at work. भारी शक्तियाँ. Anyway, I guess then I'll skip the video. Just skip the video then. Okay, burst mode, as we all know, what you can actually do is you can change the the pulses coming on the burst mode along with the power. I just want to show you one more. And at the end of the surgery, every surgery you can connect this and take the final outcomes, different types of tips available. I wanted to show you a super out black-brown cataract, how easily this machine does it, but again the video is not coming on.
Let him play without...
Okay, just play it, just play it, just play it.
Yeah.
Okay, now this is a grade 4, 5, 6, whatever you can call it. It's a Morganian cataract. I'm not using very high FECO. Just see the ease of burrow. Normally when you do a very hard cataract, it's a good idea to have the tip exposed by more than 0.75 millimeter. It's a leathery hard cataract. It's not just a normal cataract. You can see the base of the nucleus is hard. The holding of the machine is phenomenal. I prefer using a flare tip. Even in my soft cases. I end up doing my chop also. You can see the stretching of the fibers. I think this is an ideal cataract to actually show the prowess of a machine in handling hard cases. There you are. And now you see how easily. What I want you to see is the holding and see what happens. The moment I lose the occlusion, the machine stops for a fraction of a second, builds up, changes the pulse accordingly whatever I planned in the system. So you can get small pulses. As the occlusion keeps building up, the machine senses you have an occlusion, it throws higher pulses. The moment occlusion starts losing, it starts lowering down again. So everything is automated. So you see the ease with which it's working. It's actually looking as if this is slow motion. But this is not slow motion. The machine is actually sensing the occlusion. So even in a beginner surgeon's hand, what I found was these things were available in expensive machines earlier. You didn't have the mid-level or the low-level machines offering this kind of modulations of pulses and power of the fluidics. Now again you see, it looks as if it's going slow, but the machine is just calibrating the vacuum. This is an ideal case for you to appreciate all that. See, the moment occlusion is gone, it's even stopped sucking the air bubbles, which means there was no vacuum, there was no flow for that fraction of a second. The bubbles were not taken in. Normally in another machine you'd have the bubbles coming in suddenly, which tells you there's a lot of turbulence in the anterior chamber. This was one of my initial cases, hard cataracts with the machine, and I was trying to go slow, but then over time I built confidence. I realized what modulations I have to do with the machine, and the machine now works like a dream. So I guess with this I'll just close my talk. The best part is to see the last piece as it goes in. Normally last piece, the surgeon's heart is somewhere near above the cricoid cartilage, somewhere here. You know, but it's not the same here. And you have, I'm working with 350 vacuum, flow rate of 40. I'm actually going under and holding the piece now because I built confidence in the machine by now. And see, it's rotating the piece. The power modulations are rotating the piece. There, see that?